All right, in this video, I will be wrapping it up with showing you how to solve quadratic equations that are differences of two squares. So I'm going to work the last two examples with you, and you're going to finish these three problems in Delta Math, showing all work on this paper or in your notebooks and submitting that at the end. So recall that a difference of squares is in the form a squared minus b squared equals 0. And a difference of squares factors into two binomial factors, and one is a sum and one's a difference. And to fill in these values, we simply take the square root of a squared and put it here. So it would be a, and the square root of b here, which would be b and b. So remember, if you still are struggling after examples 10 and 11, you can ask us for help through Zoom, or you can go back and watch my factoring difference of squares YouTube video. All right, so I know it's a difference of squares because I have two terms and a minus sign, and my exponent is even, and 64 is a perfect square. So it is going to factor into two binomial factors like we did over here. And one is going to be a plus and one a minus, and all I have to do is take the square root of both terms. So the square root of x squared, it actually cancels the squared, so we just get x and x. And the square root of 64 is 8. Put that in your calculator if you don't remember your difference of squares. So at this point, again, we set each factor equal to 0 and solve. So our x values are going to be negative 8 and positive 8. For example, 11, just because I have a number here does not mean it's not in the same form. I know it's a difference of squares because I have two terms being subtracted. My exponent is even, and I can take the square root of 25, and also 4. So again, I'm going to set up my two binomial factors, take the square root of each term. So in terms of work, what work do I want to see? I want to see you take the square root of each of these terms. So make sure you put in that square root. So this would be 5x and 5x. One is a plus, one's a minus. No, the order does not matter. And the square root of 4 is 2. Again, we set these factors equal to 0, like we have been all along. And we simply solve. And then divide by 5. And here, add 2. And divide by 5. So my solutions are negative 2/5 and positive 2/5. So now that you have that work, please go ahead and complete 13 through 15, joining us on Zoom if you need any help. Good luck.